Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cat Above with Chris, and I'm going to do my head shave now with the Omega Cream, which is a beautiful menthol eucalyptus. It's just a gorgeous cream, makes a beautiful lather, and I love it for doing my hair because I can make as much as I want with it because I can just squirt as much as I want, and this tube will last me ages. I've had it for 6-7 months now, and I'm lucky if I've used, as you can see, that much. This is my main go-to shaving cream for my head. My God. 26mm synthetic. As you can see, a little maple leaf on the bottom. This brush is the softest brush I own, without a doubt. I haven't used a Plus Soft or a Plus On, but this is the softest brush that I've got. It's got a lot of backbone in it, and it's just a beautiful brush. I make oodles of lather, so here we go. I'm just going to dip it in the water. Add some of the water in there. Is that too much? No, I think that'll be alright to stuff it. I can always add more cream because I'm not too worried with this stuff. And as you can see, straight away. And I put about roughly 2 almond sized amount, about a double almond. Right guys, a young fella was needing the toilet. So let's keep going. I've just been lathering for probably 30 seconds there, just while he was in, just to keep the flow going. My head shaves normally take a little bit longer than my face shave, so it probably saved on a little bit of time. This is making some good lather. Knocking the shit out of my shoulder though. Beautiful stuff. Does it need any more water? No, I don't think it does. So that's the brush ready to go. Before I did any of my shaves today, I popped some Proraso pre-shave, Proraso green pre-shave on my head, just to keep the whiskers a little bit softer. Now this is always a challenge for me because I've got, I think, 15 days growth on my head. I haven't trimmed it, I normally trim it down, but this just gives you an idea how good the Muhle R41 is, which is going to be my razor, as per normal. So here we go. Dip the tips a bit here, it's a little bit dry. Let's see if I can get this to explode a little bit. Right. It doesn't look like there's much on there, but I think it looks worse because I've got so much hair on my head at the moment. Muhle R41. I am looking for a Muhle R41 twist, so if anyone out there wants to swap, I'm more than happy to pay the postage to and from for both razors. This one's in mint condition, so you never know, you might want to get rid of the twist and switch it for a good old 3-piece. I just want it for the extra length, a little bit more length for doing the head shaves. So here we go, feather blade. Don't know if you can see that, but literally nothing left. And this razor is all about touch. It's all about light touch. can tell you right now, there's not much left on there. It's just the ultimate efficient pairing, the R41 with a feather. If you want a super close, super efficient, albeit dangerous, dodgy shave, this is the only way to get it. In my opinion, over 2 passes, you will not get a closer shave, even over 1 pass. I haven't really used any other super aggressive razors other than the Muhle Future knockoff that I had, which was made by Wow, or wasn't actually made by Wow, but it was made for Wow and endorsed by Wow. Just mowing down the hair. The audio feedback is phenomenal. If you like your audio feedback, especially when you get round the ear area. I think I've just cut myself. But I could be wrong. It just felt like it. I felt like I just sliced my skin a little bit there. Going into this water, and we're back. So I don't think I did actually nick myself. I thought I'd just nicked myself just there. It seems to be my dodgy spot for some reason. I seem to always nick it there or slice it. I'm always checking this razor as well now, because I actually did a shave with this a while back, and I think it was a face shave I did with the Edwin Jagger, but I put the R41 head on the Edwin Jagger and I thought, God, yeah, the old Edwin Jagger DE89's got a bit aggressive just lying there. Must have been getting annoyed. But it wasn't. I had the R41 head on the Edwin Jagger handle, so made a bit of an arse of that. So I'm still with the grain, I'm just doing the back now. I don't know whether you guys can see that. Something that's really important, I find. If you can see the way my hand goes, the angle of the razor on my skin never changes. Very, very, obviously it's going to change a little bit. You can't have an exact, there's no one can shave with these with an exact angle every time, it's an impossibility. But you can get pretty darn close. I do just have to concentrate a little bit more on the back, so please bear with me. Because the hair is so thick, sometimes it just gets stuck a little bit. There we go, it just gets stuck a little bit in the teeth. Even though it's quite open comb, it's still technically a closed comb razor. Right, I'm just going to clean up the bowl, rinse down, and then we'll get stuck in. Okay, here we go, pass number 2. On pass number 2 I normally lather my whole head. So here we go. This brush is absolutely brilliant for this, because it's so big, the display on it's amazing, it's soft. And as you can see, the old Omega cream is beautiful. Gives a lovely creamy consistency, Lovely even coverage. I'll put some water in the sink again. Yeah, the brush is beautiful, got to say. For $12.99 I think it is, on Magad razors over in America. It's a beautiful brush. Really well built, solid, heavy, soft, good loft, excellent backbone. Makes great lathers, makes really good lathers. And it releases the lather, as you can see. Releases it with no problem at all. Right, pass number 2, against the grain. With the Muhle R41. With a feather blade. And when I'm going against the grain, there's literally no pressure. Just rest the razor on there, just pull it back to the back of your head. Now you guys probably won't notice, I'll try and show you, but as I'm actually coming back across my head, so the angle of the razor's there, but as I'm coming back, I've got to sort of shallow and bend it as you go along, because your head obviously curves, you can't just go straight at the same angle, otherwise you'd take the top of your skin off. So I'll just give you a bit of an idea. So as it's coming in, just let me, so you can see there, as it's coming, the angle of the razor has to change with the angle of your head. It has to, if you don't do that, that's how you end up with cuts and nicks and razor burn and everything else, but especially shaving your head. So you can probably see it, because you'll be able to see more of the razor, the top of the razor anyway, as I move further around my head, because I have to change the angle. It's a little bit different to your face, because your face is generally, apart from this section here, it's quite flat, and your neck's quite flat. It's just that tiny curve there, but you sort of do flat, flat, flat. On your head you have to do curve. You can't do flat. There is no flat. It's always sort of round, unless you got a square head, which there is guys out there with square heads. I envy you if you've got a square head. It would make life so much easier. Almost did my ear again. If you watch my last head shave, I clipped the top of this ear. Thankfully, the good old styptic pencil. Good old styptic sorted it out. Excellent stuff. I'm just going to pop a little bit more lather just on the back, just to keep it hydrated, because those of you out there that shave your heads know it doesn't take long for the soap to dry out. Especially if you're not using a high class artisan, which this is good stuff, but it's by no means an artisan soap. Right. So the back of your head against the grain, it's all feel. There's nothing you can really teach anyone. It's all, unless you're using a mirror and you're trying to do it, which I think is a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass, that was a bit American, sorry guys. A pain in the arse. It's all feel, I don't even look, I just stick the razor on there and you can just feel where the hairs are. It does have a very nice slickness, this soap, this cream. And if I'm perfectly honest, I still don't really know why it's my go-to head shaving cream. And I've got all those beautiful artisan soaps there. I guess sometimes some things just work for you. Right, pass number 2, I'll be back in a second. So here we go with pass number 3, which is generally just a pick-up pass because there's not a whole heap left on the head. So I'm just going to go to town with a ladder, get tons on there, and then have a good feel about it. As you can see, there's enough lather here to do another 4 head shaves. So at least I know now, with this brush, I don't need to put quite as much cream in the bowl. But you can't argue with this. This cream really is good stuff. The brushes, which I did have a nice Omega board brush, which I sent out to Jaden, just as a little extra to the stuff that he bought from me, as a little extra to him. So hopefully he gets a good bit of enjoy. It's actually quite a good brush. It's very stiff, but once it softens up a bit, it'll be beautiful. So this is just a touch-up pass, really. So. If I'm perfectly honest with you guys, I wish I could do this on my face. I wish I could go against the grain, but my skin just doesn't deal with it. do not recommend shaving at that pace with an R41. If you're a first time user, take your time with this razor, get to know it, get to feel it, understand the angle big time. If you don't understand the angle of this razor, it will bite you every day of the week. Through personal experience using, I think I've used all up now 11 different razors. I find an aggressive razor, I've got quite sensitive skin. An aggressive razor is the only way I can get pretty much irritation free shaves. I think that just bit me there. Pretty sure it did. That is BBS. In fact, that's almost better than BBS. You wouldn't think there was a thing, but I'm telling you. Just get a little bit. Right, that's 3 passes done. Super smooth. No nicks, no cuts, no razor burn, no nothing. And I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, welcome back to the post shave. I've just rinsed off, dried off, and I tell you what, that is by far my best head shave yet. There's not a single bit of cut, no razor burn, no razor rash, no nothing at all. Zip. No stinging, no burning, no nothing. The only thing I'm feeling right now is a little bit here on my face, which I just shaved, and I knew that was going to be a bit irritated from my last shave with the ruby. But tell you what. Right, there's unscented witch hazel on that, no? Unscented witch hazel. Just going to pop another little bit on. For my face, forgot to do my face earlier. Well, I never forgot, I just decided not to. I do have lots of little bits. I've got bits of dry skin, not dry skin, it's I got burnt a few days ago. So that's just the sort of aftermath of it. Parasso green, but menthol. Does it actually tell you on here what it is actually? I think it does. Eucalyptus oil and menthol. Good big splash of that. How are we dry wise? Pretty good. Not going to get much better than that. Whew. Lovely stuff. That really cleans out the nostrils. Ooh, beautiful. Dry off the hands, and then just go for a bit of Sulfilo de Larasoil aftershave cream, which is quite a, it's not quite, it's a very mild scented cream. It's almost it's just a cream scent, there's nothing to it, but it's lovely stuff. Gives a beautiful post-shave feel. And it should allow the Proraso to come through. There we have it, guys, a beautiful shave. And in terms of cold water and hot water shaves, I don't know, I'm sort of on the fence. I really enjoy having a shower and come out nice and fresh, getting a shave, and then you're ready to go. But I love the fact you can have a cold water shave whenever you want. And I do enjoy the fact that I don't get really any irritation at all. I had 5 shaves with the Ruby with no irritation on my neck, nothing until the last one, which was just irritated because of against the grain. It just felt like it was plucking the hairs out a bit. For my head, I think I'll always go hot water with my head because there's so much hair up there. I want the skin to be prepared for it. But I will give it a go with a cold water shave at some point, just when it's maybe a day or two growth. So I might just even go straight against the grain without actually doing with the grain pass. Yeah, so really, really happy today. Beautiful head shave, really was. My face is lovely and cool. My head's lovely and cool. Just got a tiny little weeper there. I don't know why that's come out. It wasn't there earlier. Yeah, beautiful. Whoa, I tell you what, my head is as smooth as a bowling ball, and it probably looks a bit shiny as a bowling ball as well, but I don't think you get a strike with it. It's a bit egg shaped. But anyway, what did we use today? We used Omega. Beautiful stuff. Omega Crema de Barba, made in Italy. We whipped that up with the Maga brush. Look at that. You can have a good look at the cushioning. Cushioning's awesome on that stuff. Slickness is really, really good. It's not, the residual slickness isn't great, but the slickness at the time of the shave is good. And that's all I'm really worried about, to be honest with you. That's all I really need for a head shave. Good old trusty faithful Muhle R41. Brand new, was it a brand? I don't think it's a brand new feather blade. I think that was a second use feather blade, so I'm quite surprised how well that worked today. Changing my technique slightly with just shorter pulls, flip it over, shorter pulls, rinse and repeat. And it seems to work really well. But as you can see, I'm pretty efficient at using it. I've got the angle down pat now. I know how this razor works. I know how aggressive and efficient it is, especially with the feather blade, that you've got to be very careful. And I have bit myself a few times, but on the most part, this thing shaves incredibly well, incredibly close, and gives you a better shave than anything out there, in my honest opinion. I haven't used every razor in the world, but there'll be very few razors I'll put up against this that'll give me a better head shave, that's for sure. Other than a straight razor, which might be my next venture, I don't know. Maga brush, where did we go from there? We went with the Thea's Unscented Witch Hazel, which was part of my face post-shave as well. Proraso Green, followed by Sulfilo del Rasoio Aftershave Cream, which is an unscented cream that's beautiful. Post-shave feel. Just sensational, really is. I'm really, really pleased with that. Really enjoyed it. I've did a bit of work this morning with the wife and the father-in-law, moving some stuff in and out of the house, so I really wanted a nice relaxing shave, and I've got one. So I'll leave you guys to it. Thanks for tuning in. I know this one's been a long one, but when I get in the zone, I just don't want to stop, so I'll sort of cut in and out in between passes to try and save a little bit of time. But other than that, if you have not subscribed to me, please click the subscribe button. If you have subscribed and you come back to watch another video, thank you very much for coming back. My head shaves are generally pretty standard, they do the same thing over and over, but I'm trying to add some tips and tricks in there for people as I learn and do things myself, so that you can get better at it yourself. So thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.